crowd tonight. Woo! It's much more than I was expecting. I was hoping for silence. Because I figured I would go easy on myself tonight and figure the less I got from you guys, the better your weekends went. And then tonight was more of a recovery night. But it sounds like it was all preparation for tonight, so respect. My weekend was pretty good. I spent a lot of time with my girlfriend, and one of the things that we've had to try to avoid is codependency. And so the phrase, too much of a good thing, comes to mind. And I was thinking through it, and initially it's one of those phrases where you're like, yeah, you know, you live life with a balance. As long as you keep things in moderation, you're figuring things out. But I think it's a really bullshit phrase, because too much of a good thing is maybe the most subjective string of words that you could put together. Not only are you at one point saying it's too much of something, but you're also labeling the thing as good. On a completely separate note, I think a lot about boners. I think about when you're in high school, I think about how embarrassing it is for the guy, and yet it's almost sexually predatory too, right? It's like, even if the guy can't help it, he's really showing that he's a man, and even if he doesn't want to, it can make me, you, anyone uncomfortable. Well, I feel like boners in public are too much of a good thing, no? Right? Like, when you're walking around, like, nobody wants to see that, but I want to be able to have a boner. I certainly embrace the fact that from time to time I'm erect. I just don't want to be erect amongst the people. And so what I was thinking about was, what is a good analogy for getting a boner? Well, when you're like me and you don't prepare enough, you come up with an analogy that is passable but not particularly good. So I was thinking, and I kid you not, we were just talking about traffic, but I was thinking that having an erection in public is kind of like when it's the dead of winter and you come to a stop sign, nay, a stoplight, and one car just starts rolling into the traffic circle, preventing the other side from moving through. On the one hand, you're like, what a fucking asshole. There they are jutting out into the street. What am I supposed to do? I have to get to work. And then on the other hand, it was probably black ice. The person probably doesn't want to inconvenience the entire intersection, and they just can't help it. The ice is there, they're large, and unfortunately in charge. Or rather, no one's really in charge of that situation. So, my challenge for everyone tonight, musicians, comedians, poets alike, is to come up with a better analogy as to what having an erection in a very public place is like. Because, let's be honest, black ice into an intersection just doesn't quite cut it. And so with that, I want to say thank you and enjoy the rest of the show. Woo!